Hello, everyone. The IPM 80 results have been declared for all the three IPM entrances, and today we have an achiever who has cracked all three of them. She has been selected to IIM Indore, she has been selected to IIM Rohtak, as well as IIM Jammu and Bodh Gaya. The Ranchi results, of course, are awaited, and I'm sure she'll crack that as well. Welcome, Priyanka. First of all, congratulations. You have cracked all the three IPM entrances, the one conducted by IIM Indore, Rohtak, and JIPMAT. You have made it to all institutions which have declared the results. How does it feel?
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you. I feel extremely happy and grateful, also excited for what will be coming next in the few years for if joining my IPM programs and everything. Really happy with the results and also grateful at the same time.
Okay, so what was the reaction of your parents when you shared your results with them? What was their first reaction?
Actually, in both the cases, I was keeping track of the results, but I don't know, some coincidence or something. In every case, my dad gave me the result. He announced the result in the house, and yeah, he was extremely happy. He was all very cheerful, and he was basic. And when the results came out, he was also dancing for like 2 to 3 minutes. We had the celebration, a mini celebration, everything.
Always.
Very happy. Yeah.
I think parents enjoy every success of their kids more than the students. I think the parents really feel proud and they definitely enjoy. I'm sure he was enjoying his own moment actually when you cracked all this examination.
Yes, sir, totally.
Priyanka, you started your preparation 2 years ago, and I know you joined Career Launcher while you were in class 11th itself, somewhere around last week of June in
Hmm.
2020. So when you started with the journey of your IPM preparation, in the beginning, did you thought that you'll be cracking all the examinations?
No, sir. Actually, what happened was I was also applying for JEE, being a science student. So IPM and JEE were going in hand. So at first, I did not know that if I was definitely going to opt for this, but as I got to know about the courses, about the topics, about the curriculum in different IIMs, I thought that this was a very great opportunity because my educational goal ultimately was to get an MBA, and I thought that this 5 year provides me a very good opportunity to build a foundation for the first 3 years for my MBA. So it was during 12th when I thought that yes, I want to opt for IPM. That will be my mainstream. So yes, I started focusing more on that during my 12th. So yes, consistency basically every day, 1 hour, you know, devoting time is like
So while I'll come back to that 1 hour part, I'll come back and ask you about this, how much time you spent on a regular basis. Now that you told that you got serious in class 12, I know for sure that that was the case because I've checked your mock records as well. So you started taking mocks quite late actually, and there have been a lot of variations in your score actually. So sometimes you are doing really well, sometimes where scores were not up to the mark, not up to the expectation. So did it ever bothered you that probably I'm not on the right track?
yes, at first it did that. I thought, oh, okay, I'm not getting much scores. I don't know what will happen during the main examination. But then my dad and even my teachers reassured me that mocks are not supposed to tell you whether you're going to get in or not. They are there to help you to figure out where you are weak and where you're strong. Basically, mocks are very important. But what's even more important is analysis of the mock, what where you went wrong, where you were right, what can you do to make those mistakes correct. So that was the main reason that I had a lot of variations in my mock.
Okay. So when you wrote a mock, how would you analyze the same actually? So what were those elements you were looking specifically when you were analyzing your performance in the mocks?
Okay, so after my I have done my mock, I would check my results, and usually in verbal I think I did decent, and even in logical reasoning when I was preparing for Rotak and JIPMAT, that was also decent. In quant, I felt that I was weak in few topics. I wrote down those topics and planned my schedule accordingly. I gave those topic more time and practiced a lot. And then after I've done practice, I also continued the mock. And I, when I compared those mocks over time, I saw a definite, growth in that topic. Yes, my marks were getting better, even gradually. It was not like a steep increase directly, but in those topic, it was a gradual increase. So I think just practice those topics which you are very weak at and give them more time.
Okay, wonderful. So while everyone, in fact, when we talk about IPM and especially the first exam everybody looks at is IIM the IPMAT, which is conducted by IIM, and everyone seems to be more worried about the quant section. People believe that if I'm not good at quant, probably I'll not be able to crack this examination anyway. You were from a PCM background, that was really helpful for you. But we know for sure this has been the trend, and this time the cutoff went very high for the verbal ability section. I think this is the section which most students tend to ignore because they believe English is my forte or verbal ability is something which I can easily do. So, how much effort you put up for the verbal ability section, and what all did you do to ensure that you score well in this section?
Yes, so at the beginning, just like other students, I also thought that verbal ability is not something a very big of a deal. I did not pay much attention. But then, as I saw my mocks results and everything, I thought I can do better. So for that, I started reading books, solving reading comprehensions, and there were also newspaper articles that came in Times of India that also were very helpful. Basically, the reading speed, the speed with which you read and understand the passage, that is important. So for to gain that speed, I think it is important to have a reading habit every day. Just even 30 to 40 minutes of reading will help a lot. And another thing for verbal ability was grammar and vocabulary. Again, reading helps with vocabulary, and for grammar, I not only theoretical practice, but even speaking English in your day-to-day life, that also helped me a lot. My teachers, my friends, they also corrected me a lot of times that okay, you are using past tense with did. That's not the correct English. So with these day-to-day life experiences, you learn a lot about English. So I think not only theoretical knowledge matters, but you also have to use that knowledge in practical life. So for English, that's better.
Oh, wonderful. So when you first saw the paper this year, the I am Indore one, so it had a change structure. So the number of questions in quant were reduced, the number of questions in verbal were increased. So when you first saw the paper, did it bother you that probably uh, usually happens with the student जब कोई change होता है और सडन चेंज होता है और एकदम एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में जाके पता लगा पेपर खोल के सेक्शन जब देख रहे हैं एक एक करके सेक्शन आ रहे हैं और पता लग रहा है कि यहाँ तो सब कुछ चेंज हो चुका है जो एक्सपेक्टेड पैटर्न था उससे काफी डिफरेंट है सो डिड इट बॉदर यू एंड हाउ डिड यू ओवरकम दैट इमोशन एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम
Yeah, so when I started my paper, I saw that the number of questions were different in every section as compared to the mocks I was giving, because that was the normal pattern. But I did not freak out, because I knew that if I would freak out or overreact, I would become nervous, and hence I won't be able to give the exam properly. So I just went on with the exam as normal. I just started solving all the questions that I could. uh, and of course there was a sectional timer in every section. So I started with the easy questions first, and then came on to the hard questions if I had time. So it did not bother me as such. I was like, okay, fine, that's the pattern, I cannot change anything at this moment, so I will just give the exam with what I know. Just have I just had faith in myself that okay, just give the exam and give your 100%, and the result will follow accordingly.
that I would say words of wisdom from an achiever. Don't freak out if you have a change pattern and suddenly you see that, actually, because at the end of the day you have prepared well, you have prepared for this day only, and there might be surprises in the entrances. So
Yes.
freaking out doesn't help anyways, actually. So that, I would say, Priyanka's word of wisdom: don't freak out and try to give your best over there. So Priyanka, you got serious in your class 12th while you started your journey quite early, but you also mentioned in the beginning that you got serious in the class 12th for this IPM thing.
Yes.
uh, Class 12th is a very important journey for every student, actually, and
Yes.
itself is quite difficult, actually, managing all the five six subjects for the school curriculum, because the pressure of the board somewhere always there,
Yeah.
even when we have given class 10th, but still 12th has its own importance, and that pressure always remains there. And
Yeah.
then preparing for an entrance exam alongside always adds to that pressure. So how did you manage your time? How much effort, कितना समय कितने सब्जेक्ट को दिया, स्कूल करिकुलम के साथ कैसे इसको मैनेज किया?
Yes, so during my 12th, what happened was school had another pressure. All the teachers were forcing, okay, you have to complete this assignment, that assignment, also for your board examinations. This exam is coming up, unit test, semester test, everything. So, yeah, that had a lot of time was invested in school. But again, I had to make space for the entrance exams because that is also important. Because nowadays you don't get admission based on your school examinations, board marks, even though that is extremely important. So I started with when my 12th started, I had almost a year for the IPMAT exam to come. So I decided, okay, I will start with 1 hour daily. I gave 1 hour to IPMAT preparation daily, and I had this timetable that okay, there are 6 days. The seventh day, like on Sunday, I would only do homework and all that. So I have 6 days. I will give 2 days to quant, 2 days to logical reasoning, and 2 days to English. 1 hour daily. And apart from that, there was also a 30 to 40 minutes of reading time daily, newspaper or books or RC. So yeah, it started with 1 hour, and then at the end, like when the IPMAT exam was almost 2 to 3 months near, I started giving mocks with whatever I had known. I started with a mock, and I analyzed it. Okay, I am not very good at this topic, not very good at that. Analyzed it, planned a schedule, and then I started giving more hours, like 2 to 3 hour daily, and according and simultaneously, I was also preparing for my boards. Then, after my board exam has ended, I had a buffer time of 13 to 15 days before my IIM Rohtak examination. And during that time, I devoted all my time for IPM, IPMAT, approximately. I don't know actually the time. During uh, uh, that segment, those days, I wasn't focusing much on how much time I'm spending, but I was having a target oriented revision. For example, today I have to finish this topic, and this topic, and that's it. Today you have to do this, and then give a mock at the end. And yeah, in the last 15 to 20 days, it was all mocks, test series mocks, everything like that. So yeah, that was it. That's how I managed.
So that consistency, once you realize, I think that consistency really helped, and that is what I think every student should do.
Yeah.
So once you know that this is what I'm supposed to do, I think more than anything else, more than giving more number of hours, it is about being consistent. Even if you give 1 hour a day, I think that consistency is very, very important. don't
Yeah.
don't procrastinate. That's very, very important. So Priyanka, one final question I would ask you is, while you were a JE aspirant initially, and then you came to know about the IPM program, you learned about the pedagogy and everything. So you realized this is something which I should do, and anyways, you wanted to do management. But this question must have been asked to you in the IPM interviews as well. So
Hmm.
why first you decided to go for management? So from JE, definitely the journey is different. But then what was the thought when, even when you started with the MBA plan, that okay, I'm going to do an MBA? So what is the future plan for you?
Yeah. So my personality as a candidate, I think management field suited me because I think I'm good at communication and the basic qualities of a manager, and the subjects that are taught in business schools. I think I'm comfortable with those subjects. Another reason could be that my cousin, he has done his MBA from IIM Indore as well. So that has always been a target. Okay, I have to get into IIM. So that was also a motivation for me. And
So the
yes,
inspiration was already at home, actually.
yeah, in the family only. Yeah,
Okay, wonderful. Priyanka, no more questions, I would say. In fact, I would now want you to share your, already you have given your words of wisdom, but if you were to tell a couple of things or your success mantras to the future aspirants who will be taking the examination in 23, 24, what would that
yeah.
be?
Okay, so number one is what my dad taught me from the very beginning, even in my during my 10th boards. He always used to say that just give your 100%. The results, don't worry about the results. They will follow accordingly if you have given your 100%. And another thing is that don't lose complete faith in yourself. Don't think that you cannot do it at all. Keep trying because you never know what might surprise you. You don't there may be a hidden potential that you're not aware of, but when the results come out you might think, okay, I was good at that. Okay, that's nice. So have faith in yourself. Don't rule yourself down, or just don't underestimate your potential. That are the two things that I would say.
I think your dad is very, very right. Actually, I think more than anything else, it's the self confidence that is very, very important. In
Yeah,
fact, I cover that in a lot of my sessions. That dedication is important, but I think that self belief is something which converts a lot of failures into successes. Actually, so,
yes,
guys, that's Priyanka. That's Priyanka with us today, actually, and she has very few of the students have come across every year when somebody has cracked all the three examinations. It's very difficult, actually. Don't take it so easy. But we we shared her journey today. I'm sure this is going to help you a lot. We'll keep on bringing more such success stories and. That will help you understand what it all takes to crack these examination from and you'll get to know from the perspective of an achiever, actually. Thank you so much, Priyanka, for joining us today, and from entire Career Launcher family, we wish you all the best, not only just for your IPM journey, for your future endeavors as well.
yes, sir. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having this time, and I hope my suggestions and advice help a lot of aspirants. Thank you for your time.
Definitely it will, definitely it will.